I don't know if you've ever watched a whole decade of your life go up in smoke, literally like standing there watching your 30s turn to ash with nothing left but the smell of burnt hope. But that's what happened to me. Divorce custody battles, lawyers feasting on my paychecks like a pack of blood-sucking vampires. And just to make sure I really understood, I was living in a cosmic sitcom. My ex-wife ran off with the lawn guy. Yeah, that happened. The man who mowed my grass ended up mowing his way right through my marriage, too. By the time the judge and lawyers finished carving up what used to be my life, she walked out with more than 70% of everything plus full custody of my boys. What did I have left? A battered pickup, a toolbox, a couple bags of clothes, and an emptiness that followed me around like a ghost that wouldn't let go. I got the privilege of supervised visitation, like I was some kind of ticking time bomb instead of a dad who just wanted to hug his kids without a judge's shadow looming overhead. I spiraled hard, 6 months, maybe more. Bourbon replaced breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I stopped shaving, stopped answering calls, stopped caring whether the sun came up. Most nights I crashed on my buddy's couch in a single-wide trailer, staring at the water stains on the ceiling, wondering if this was really all I had left. Then a letter showed up. Orange County Law Office. My grandfather, the only real man I ever looked up to, had passed. He left me 80 acres of raw forest out where pavement gives up and turns into gravel, and gravel turns into something that barely counts as a road. The kind of place where GPS is just a suggestion, and the mailbox is more rumor than reality. I hadn't set foot on that land since I was a kid. The memories were fuzzy frogs, mosquitoes, the hot, sweet smell of pine needles baking in the sun. But that idea, it stuck in my mind like a seed. No ex-wife, no lawyers, no HOA threatening me over mailbox colors or grass height. Just me and the trees, maybe a chance to start over if such a thing even existed for guys like me. I remember sitting there with a half-empty bottle of cheap bourbon, red-eyed and staring at nothing when I finally just decided hell with it. If I was going to rebuild, it'd be out there, brick by brick, nail by nail, with my own damn hands. So that's what I did. Bought a generator, hacked out a clearing, poured a foundation with sweat stinging my eyes. When I couldn't afford help, I leaned hard on my stubborn streak. I cut cedar-hauled rock-stacked boards until my hands bled, and I built myself a real house, not a soulless prefab with granite countertops and vinyl siding, but something heavy and honest. I built thick walls of porch to sit and watch the world go by, or at least pretend it wasn't trying to bite me anymore. But I guess somewhere along the line I stopped building just for me. That's when Cody showed up. The first time I saw him, he was nothing but skin ribs and wild eyes skulking around my truck like he expected a boot thrown at his head. Half shepherd, half lab, half a dozen other things mixed in probably. I tossed him a strip of jerky. He snatched it, then sat 5 feet away, staring at me like he was weighing the odds. We've been partners ever since. His tag was rusty, scratched down to just one word, Cody. I didn't name him, he came with a past just like I did. Lost hungry, not ready to give up. We made a good pair. He chased squirrels like it was a job. I hammered boards, dug trenches, built up calluses until my hands were more leather than skin. At night we'd sit under a dome of stars, him gnawing a stick, me sipping cheap beer, both of us pretending not to ache for something more. For me it was my boys. For him maybe just a place to belong. But the mornings, those were sacred. Every sunrise was a ceremony. Cody would thump his tail ready to work or wander or just exist. The woods didn't care if I was bitter or broken. They just stood there patient, teaching me how to listen again. First winter nearly broke me. No power lines, no running water generator coughing itself to death every night. My breath hung inside the cabin like fog. I hammered nails until my arms screamed. But every bruise, every splinter, every blister, those became bricks in a new foundation. The woods didn't judge me. The forest didn't file motions. Out there, I was just another animal trying to survive, and for the first time in years, that was enough. By spring, I had walls. By summer, a roof. By the end of that year, I had a home. Floors Creek chimney smoked whenever the wind shifted, but it was mine. No judge could take it, no lawyer could bleed it dry. And Cody, he was as much a part of the place as the porch or the cedar beams. He guarded the property like a general barked at raccoons, wagged at chipmunks, and watched over me like I was his lost cause. But peace in the woods is fragile, like glass, beautiful until the first stone gets thrown. And one blue sky Wednesday, I heard it the crunch of tires on gravel, too deliberate to be a neighbor. Black SUV, spotless with the kind of polish you only see on government cars or realtors selling houses you'll never afford. Out steps this woman, tall, platinum blonde hair blazer, sharper than a switchblade, heels that make 0 sense on dirt. She looked at me like I was a stain on her agenda. "You are residing in a structure currently in violation of Ridgerest HOA zoning standards," she said, voice like a gavel. I almost laughed. "Lady, I'm not in your HOA." She handed me a folder like it was a death sentence. "The land may have been annexed last year. Take it up with the county. 14 days to vacate. Good day." She spun, heels clicking, and vanished in a cloud of smug and exhaust. Cody barked once, short offended. I opened the folder, violation notices, map seals. 14 days to lose everything I'd built. Hell no. By sundown, I was on the phone with Paul Sinclair, old friend, patent lawyer, mind sharp as a tack. I sent him everything. Next morning, his team was combing through zoning records and county archives. 2 days later, you're going to want to sit down. Karen Atwood Ridgerest, HOA president, filed for expansion using a forged approval letter. It's fraud felony level. She's trying to steal your land. That heat in my chest. That was 10 years of sweat and stubbornness catching fire. Paul's advice: document everything. Fly drones take video catalog every inch. Next morning, my clearing looked like a launch pad. 2 drones, 1 camera, 1 video. Cody tried to chase them down until bribed with bacon. We swept the property, matched every image to my deed. But on the far side, we found something wild: a modern villa, red tile roof, pool deck, steel gate, and a brass plaque, Atwood Retreat. That wasn't mine. That was Karen's private palace squatting on my land. Behind the villa, hidden under brush, we found a steel trapdoor, bunker keypad lock, vent piping. Inside, a fraud den. Servers, hard drives. HOA letterheads, fake maps, scanned signatures, and a laptop playing video of Karen wineglass in hand, bragging to a guest. He'll never find out. I'll have the whole thing inside Ridgerest within 6 months. Cody wagged his tail. Paul's team set up servers on my kitchen table, pulling up file after file, families, retirees, single moms, all targeted notes on who to push, who to threaten, all mapped to fake codes and fines. This wasn't enforcement. This was predation. Then came the twist. Cody's own harness cam, which I'd forgotten about, caught Karen giving a villa tour, bragging about pending paperwork, sneering at the dog in the trees. Paul's eyes lit up. Courtroom gold. We backed up the evidence 6 ways, then Karen doubled down, filed a motion claiming my cabin was illegal, that Cody was a community threat. We scheduled a hearing. Judge let us submit everything: deeds, maps, videos, Cody cam footage, the whole mountain. The night before court, Paul spotted it. The annexation map's GPS points didn't match. Karen had copied an old tract from 2 towns over. That was the nail in her coffin. Next night, I heard headlights in the trees. 3 contractors showed up with demo orders, fast-track HOA directive. Cody chased one up the porch, clamped his teeth on denim, made it very clear we weren't backing down. Karen showed up in person, heels striking gravel like a judge's gavel, shrieking at the crew, waving forged papers until the sheriff rolled up with Paul and real zoning docs. Sheriff Dalton, cool as mountain air. Your actions tonight are attempted property damage and unlawful entry. Your notary is dead. Your order's a forgery. Cuff her. The contractors confessed Karen paid them cash, handed fake documents, told them to hurry. I just watched as her empire of lies started to crumble. But people like Karen don't quit. From jail, she filed motion after motion, lawyers scrambling to spin her monologues as performance art, arguing Cody's footage violated her privacy. It didn't stick. The county and the feds got involved. They found shell companies money laundering through fake pool cleaning, even dog waste bags, billed but never delivered. News broke 34 families on her spreadsheet, all targeted. The public ate it up, but what really took off was Cody. His harness cam footage went viral. Memes, t-shirts, justice dog posters. Reporters showed up. Kids brought him treats. Somehow my stray mutt became the face of fighting back. When the dust settled, Ridgerest HOA dissolved itself in shame. Lawsuits piled up. Karen in court looked hollow, blazer sharp eyes darting. The judge read a grocery list of charges: fraud, racketeering, forgery, conspiracy, animal cruelty. Paul played the videos, the maps, the spreadsheet of victims. The jury was out less than a day. Guilty on all counts. 15 years, no parole. Her villa bulldozed to the ground. The woods took a long, deep breath. But that wasn't the end. Where Karen's palace had stood, we built something new. A dog park, benches, agility course, carved a wooden sign, Cody's Field. All good dogs welcome except Karen's. On opening day, kids laughed, neighbors grilled hot dogs, and Cody ran through the grass like he owned the world. I watched him circle the old villa spot, lift his leg, and put the final period on Karen's empire, full circle. So yeah, maybe I didn't set out to be some hero. I just wanted peace, a patch of earth, a dog, and a quiet life. But sometimes peace only comes after fire. You fight for it. You bleed for it. You trust in the truth and hope it has teeth. Turns out sometimes those teeth look a lot like your dog's. Now every time I walk Cody through the trees, I wonder, what would you have done if you were me? Would you have fought back or folded? Is justice just a courtroom verdict? Or is it a dog standing guard by your side? Go on, drop your thoughts below. Tell me what you think justice really looks like. And if you've ever stared down your own HOA, Karen, I want to hear about it.